Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hi Simba. Simba. Hi buddy. So basically how every day works, you kind of just do your own thing every day, but I get a call around like 9, sometimes a little bit later. They kind of just ask me if I need anything, so mainly groceries or just things. Like I've already requested a workout mat, some weights, and yeah, you could just ask for anything and then they come and they drop it off. They also try to talk to you, keep a little bit of conversation going, basically so you have somebody to talk to and you don't go crazy. So that's pretty nice. And then let me kind of talk to you about filming. I don't know much. I know almost nothing. But what I do know is we're checking after the quarantine of 2 weeks. I'm checking out and they're relocating us somewhere else. I don't know where. I think it's like more the center. I don't know, but that's when like the 3 days and the 3 days of filming and the 3 dates are. I don't know anything about the dates. I don't know if it's going to be like 3 dates with the same person, if it's a competition, if it's going to be, I don't know. I did have to send in measurements, so I know I'm going to be wearing a mask. So they hired professional like makeup artists from Hollywood. That's what the email said. I don't know what the mask looks like. Are they just trying to hide my face? Are they going to make me look like a creature? Am I going to make a fool out of myself and look stupid? I don't know. I don't know, but I'm excited to talk to somebody, I guess, in person. And the place that I'm staying is so beautiful. If you haven't seen the home tour, check it out. I showed you everything about this place. Netflix really hooked it up with it. It's my last day of quarantine today. So tomorrow night at 8 p.m. a driver is coming to pick me up and take me to the next hotel. Okay, this is way jankier than the first hotel. Take me back there. What the hell? What am I doing here? Interesting. Yeah. It's probably like 8 p.m. right now. I'm gonna try to see if I can get some Wi-Fi, but they're gonna take my cell phone and laptop away tomorrow. This is about an hour away from London, so I don't know where the hell I am, but like an hour away. So I guess I'm gonna get to bed early tonight. I'm kind of nervous. See you tomorrow. Also, check this out. My freaking nail broke because I was trying to carry my luggage. Like, are they gonna fix that? Or is that something that's just gonna be? Here we go. Hey guys, this is my grand reveal makeup. I just arrived to my 3rd hotel because I got eliminated, which is fine. I will give you guys an update and talk to you all about it later. But this is my new place, so I can explore London for 2 days, and I'm super excited about it. And yeah, let me show you where we're staying. Here's the update. on what happened yesterday. The car came to get me at 7:30, and then I was in the makeup chair for about 3 to 4 hours to get my prosthetics done. And this makeup is the most, if you have never done prosthetics, don't do it, because it is the absolute worst thing. I feel like I cannot, there's no words to tell you how truly terrible it is to be in prosthetics like that. And then after we were put in prosthetics, we got taken to the location, which is actually where they filmed Batman, which is pretty cool. And you're kind of waiting around, then you do your interview. After that, you meet the other girls, and then you go into the date, which is about 15 minutes. The date. So the date, I feel like now, so obviously now I've watched the show, which is scary, because I feel like when you're in these things, you kind of black out and just say whatever you, like, you literally, you're just word vomiting. Prior to the date, they have like a questionnaire that you fill out with a bunch of stuff, right? So one of the questions is, what is your most embarrassing story? And I was honest and, you know, said my most embarrassing story. I didn't think it would get used, but, you know, you just answer the question honestly. So we go to the date, and the date is very boring. I don't know if it's the fact that we were the last people. We were in prosthetics from 7 a.m. until 9 p.m. At this point, it's 9 p.m. when it's my turn to go on a date with this man. And I get there, and the conversation is so dry. It did not look that dry on television, which I feel like they did on purpose, but it was so dry. And I'm trying to ask this guy questions like, what do you do for fun? Like, what's your favorite thing to do? And he answers, reading books. And I'm like, I feel like I sound very philosophical in this show, which I, like, don't get me wrong, like, I am. But like on a first date, you know, that's not stuff you say. But he's over here asking me like what my life philosophy is. It makes it seem like that's the way I was steering the conversation, which I was not. I was the one trying to ask, like, what do you like to do for fun? Like, do you snowboard? Do you ride horses? Like, you know, trying to keep it alive. It was dry. Also, this is just my side of the story. I'm sure his side is so different. Anyway, the date is over. And the Netflix workers, I don't know what their title is or whatever, but one of them runs in and she goes, wait, ask her her most embarrassing story. And in my head, I'm thinking, oh, his story must be good because they want us to both ask each other our embarrassing stories, right? I didn't know that my story was the good story, okay? I literally am thinking my story is like whatever. So I'm so excited to hear this man's most embarrassing story, and especially if they like ran in and were like, no, you guys need to talk about this. And we're like, okay. So he goes, what's your most embarrassing story?
One of my family members was getting married, and I brought a date with me. You know, weddings, you're eating the whole time.
Yeah.
So I think my stomach was just super upset, and the Uber ride home, I started, you know, just lay some gassy bombs, you know?
So in your
That's what
sleep,
happens.
you farted?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Which, by the way, is true. This is a true story. This happened. And I would never talk about this story on a first date. I just want to make that clear. But, you know, I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever. This could be funny. Like, this is what happened. So, I'm talking about farting in an Uber. I ate so much at this wedding. It was my cousin's wedding, and I ate so much. I think I had like 6 cake pops alone on top of dinner, and I think it was because I was drinking a lot. I was on my like 15th Mai Tai, so throw Mai Tais and cake pops and like salmon all together. Oxy's stomach was just not having it, so I fell asleep on the Uber, and you know what happens. I started like tooting, and it smelled really bad. And when I was awoken up, they were like, were you farting in Uber? And I was like, no, how dare you? It was me. Yeah, it's on the record now. I did it. I'm coming clean. But anyway, so I say my embarrassing story, getting so excited to hear this man's like, oh, his has got to be good. His embarrassing story, ladies and gentlemen, is him falling off his bike when he is 6 years old. I'm sorry. When I heard that, I wanted to immediately take back everything I said and start anew, start afresh. I was like, okay, this is fun. That was when he told me his most embarrassing story, I immediately clicked. I was like, I'm the one that they were coming for. It was me. So that's that, and I just embarrassed myself on national television. I guess it's not even national television, it's Netflix, but it's the same thing, right? Anyway, it was actually such a fun experience. Definitely a story that I will remember forever. It was so fun. I loved touring London. The group of girls that I met on the show were incredible. It was so fun. I loved it. It was an experience of a lifetime. And I just want to talk about one more thing before I sign off. How important it is to make sure that you are like taking care of yourself and loving yourself and listening to your self-help books and talk shows and all that stuff. Because I like to think I'm a pretty confident person. You know, I have my issues, of course, don't we all? But at the end of the day, like, I feel like I'm pretty comfortable in my skin and, you know, love myself. But getting eliminated, even though I knew I did not like this guy at all, I literally was like, I don't want to do this again. Also, prosthetics on their own, like, the thought of having to do that again for an entire day sounded like the worst thing on planet Earth. Even then, when I got eliminated, I was like, is it me? Like, does my personality suck? Like, it just, all these thoughts flooded my head, which were obviously not true, but, you know, your brain is freaking wild sometimes. And it was rough. Like, I think I spent that night crying, and I like didn't vlog anything because I was just like so sad, way more sad than I even thought, because I didn't care. And I knew if I had been eliminated, I would get to go back to the city and explore and run around. And you guys already know my whole influencing and Instagram thing, like traveling, that's my ish. I love to do that stuff. So even then, like, I knew I wanted to be eliminated to go out and run around and explore. Even with all that stuff, like, I was so sad. It sucks, you know? So I just want this to be a reminder that you are loved, that you're beautiful, that, you know, we're all struggling to love ourselves and dealing with like self-doubt and feelings of not being enough. And I just want to remind you that you are enough and you're killing it. So I love you all, each and every single one of you. That is my experience. If you guys have any questions or want to know anything more about it or whatever, feel free to ask me. I don't really know what else to say. That was just that experience. But yeah, follow me on Instagram. If you have any questions, DM me there or message me, whatever. I love you so, so much. I'll catch you on the next vlog. Bye.
Wow. Well, I wouldn't kick her out of my cab for a gassy bomb.
We're going to sat here like this. It's just weird, we're smoking hot. Yeah. Wow, damn it.
That's crazy. Sheesh.
Outside, is that you? Girl, you look good.